Y'all, it doesn't get any cuter than today. Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel, friends. Thank you so much for being here today. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for choosing to come to my channel and spend some time with me. We're going to have some crafty fun today because today we're going to take some of that beautiful quilted life paper and we're going to make this. It is absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait for you to see it. So I'm going to flip to my overhead camera right now because y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. All right, so here's a closer look at what we're going to be making today. Y'all, it is a gorgeous flip top. Flip top what? Flip top notepad holder. We have two covered 4x6 notepads in this set. Look at how gorgeous these are. We have a nice little box here that will hold them. And when finished and closed, this measures 4.5 by 6.5. And it is 7/8 of an inch deep, deep enough to hold two of these pads. So stinking cute, so easy to make. Here's what we're going to need to make the project. I'm starting with the Dollar Tree Notepads. These are 4x6. But if you don't have access to a Dollar Tree, 4x6 notepads can be found in so many different places. So this is going to be a chipboard jacket. And our jacket pieces, we have two pieces that are 4.5 by 6.5. And one piece that is 7/8 by 4.5. Then I have my beautiful decorative papers, and I've decided to use that Quilted Life collection for this project, and I love these papers. I've made some other things with them, and they turn out beautifully. So here's what I'm starting with. We might not use all of it, but I'm starting with this. I have a sheet of 8.5 by 11 with the quilted pattern on it. I have a polka dot sheet, which is 8.5 by 11. I have two sheets for the jacket, which are 8.5 by 11. And all of my 8.5 by 11s are printed on the 32-pound koala paper. This is a very wonderful paper. It takes the ink well, and you get a lot of flexibility with it. So I have 4 sheets of 8.5 by 11 that are printed on koala. Then we have a sheet of 12 by 12 that we will be using to make the box for the inside. All of my papers are single-sided. And I will have a few kits of these available. So let's bring in our two 8.5 by 11 inch jacket pieces, and I am simply going to join these together like this. So I am going to bring in my 1/2 inch tape, and my kits will include the pre-cut chipboard, and there will be enough per kit to make 2 of these projects. So I'm going to take this, turn it over, and put this down on top like this. And for some reason my print was off, so it left a little white border. But if your printer prints borderless, and mine does print borderless on 8.5 by 11, you will not have that white strip there. And for those of you who are getting the kit, the white strip will not be there. So now we can take these pieces and we're going to place them down like this. You are going to have a joining point on this, and that joining point will fall to the back of your book. So I am going to peel away my tape backers. We're going to go ahead and place this piece right here. Take our spine, which is 4.5 by 7/8. And I'm going to turn this around because it's easier for me to place my chipboard pieces from the right. So we're going to take this piece, and when I place it down, I'm going to place it down with about 1/8 of an inch in spacing in between. And then we'll take this piece and we will place it down. So I'm going to take this one, place it right here, and now I'll trim away some of my excess paper. So now we're going to bring in our stylus. I'll take the bulb of my stylus, press it against the chipboard, and press it into the paper. This just gives me a nice score so that I'll have a nice professional edge on this. So now I can stand this up. And basically what we're doing is we're training our paper to fold over. And y'all, I love how easy this 32-pound paper is to work with. I will have it linked in the description box below for those of you who are interested. I do use 2 brands of paper for my digital printing. For my 12 by 12s, I use Red River. And for 8.5 by 11s, I use Red River and Koala. This time I happen to be using Koala. So some of you have asked what I'm saying when I say koala, just like a koala bear. It is koala. So I'm just going to take some tape. We are going to place some tape on all 4 sides of this. This is that one part where you can get away with using your tape runner to place that tape. I simply didn't. But either way, you can use tape, tape runner, or glue on this part. And now I'm just going to make sure that all of that is nice and stuck. I'm going to peel away my tape backers and fold over. Like this. Now just make sure that everything is nice and stuck, going all the way around. We'll lift up, go along that chipboard, and just square everything nicely. And I think that this is an absolutely beautiful cover for a flip top holder for these notepads. Y'all, it's going to be a very beautiful presentation, and that's what we want, right? So now I'm going to take my inside liner, and I am going to take 2 strips that are 8.5 inches long and overlay them this way because I don't have a piece that is long enough to go from top to bottom. So we're going to take this 8.5 by 11, turn it this way, and we're going to cut 2 strips that are 8.5 inches long. We know that this is 4.5 inches wide, so I always reduce by 1/4, so it'll be 4 1/4 by 8.5. So we'll get 2 strips. So 4 1/4 by 8.5. So now we'll be able to take these 2 and we'll put them on the inside like this. So I'm going to go ahead and just take some tape, and we're going to add some tape from the top to the bottom here. And then we'll add some tape to the 4 edges of each one of those 8.5 by 4 1/4 inch pieces. Okay, let's get that tape stuck. Then I'm going to bring in my 2 pieces, and I'm going to place tape on all 4 sides of each piece, and I'll be right back. All right, so I've taped these 2 pieces, but on one I went ahead and added some extra tape strips. Hopefully you can see that, so that we can make sure that when we overlap we have complete adhesive coverage. So I'm going to peel away all of my tape backers, and we're going to join these 2 together. All right, so when I place this piece down, I'm going to take my first piece and make sure that I'm placing it on the back flap. So I'm just going to take this and put it down like this. Go ahead and get that nice and stuck. And then I'll take this piece that has the extra tape on it, and we're going to place it down like this. And the reason why I placed it in that order is because I want to make sure that my seams are on the back flap and not here on the front. So I'm going to go ahead and use my handy dandy big old spatula to get everything nice and stuck and to work my spine. So let's just go in, work that spine, and then I'll work it from this direction as well, working that spine. And so now we have our nice little jacket. So let's go ahead and cover the notebook. And to cover the notebook, I've decided to go with the plain part of the quilted paper. So I am going to cut a piece that is 5 7/8 by 4. So I'm going to take this piece. Let's go ahead and cut it at 5 7/8. And then I'll cut 2 strips at 4 inches. And you can see how it doesn't matter where I'm cutting because this is like a quilted pattern. So they're both going to be a little bit different. So now let's take some tape. I'm going to put the tape on the back of my pieces. All right, so let's peel away the tape backers. And let's place these on our 4x6 notepads. Just giving them a nice decorative cover, y'all. We aren't doing much. So I am just going to take this piece, and I never get these right. But I'm just going to put it down like that. And I always try to get them as best I can. They are never going to be perfect on there, but I think that's beautiful. I think that's going to be beautiful when it's inside of our notebook. I'll take this one and place it down just like I did the other one. And there are my 2 sweet little pads. Now I want to make a box to hold these on the inside. So I'm going to move everything out of the way. All right, y'all, so we need a piece that is 7 5/8. By 9. And we're going to score at 7/8 and at 1 3/4 on 3 sides. So on the 2 long sides and 1 short side, score at 7/8 and 1 3/4. That's 7/8 and 1 3/4. So we're doing that on the 2 long sides and the bottom. So then we're going to turn it to the 9-inch side, and we're going to score at 5 1/2. So now we can fold and burnish all of our scores. So now we're going to go to the bottom. We will have this tab here, top and bottom. We're going to go up to the 2nd score mark and cut straight down. 2nd score mark over here to cut straight down because we want to free this piece. Then we can angle here, go to the 2nd score mark here and angle, and then cut to remove this and cut to reduce that. So far it looks like this. Let's do the same thing over here. Go in and angle, go to the 2nd score mark here and angle, cut straight across to remove those 2 pieces, cut straight across there to reduce. And then we don't do anything up here because we'll be taking this piece and we'll be folding it over. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and just add some tape to it and do my fold over. And you'll notice that I'm not putting any chipboard in this part of the project because once we do that fold over, this will be a pretty sturdy piece. But if you want to add chipboard to yours, you definitely can. So I am peeling away my tape backers. We're going to take this piece and just fold it over. Now I'm just going to get it nice and stuck. take this piece and just reinforce that little fold that I have there. And that's going to be a very beautiful box. So now all we do is we take this and we put it together. We're going to fold it in like this, add some glue here and some glue here, and fold over and glue that like that. So let's grab our glue, place some glue on these little tabs here. Let's go ahead and fold over. I can take this and smush it on my desk if I want to help the bottom stick. Take my nice little Posh bone folder, go on the inside and get that stuck. If you're interested in any of the Posh branded merchandise that you see me using, my daughter does make these for me. She has a website and it is linked in the description box below. So I am just going to take my glue, place my glue like that, fold up, and get our nice little stick. Go in, work that stick. Same thing over here. Go in, work that stick. Before you attach it to the box, make sure that you take your notepads and put them in to ensure that they are going to fit. So now that I know they're going to fit, we can take this. And this is going to sit in here just like this. Now when I put it in, it's going to be flush with the bottom. So I am going to take my glue, and I want to be very generous with the glue because I don't want anything coming undone. So let's just add that glue. When I take this piece and I put it down, I am going to put it down so that it is at the very bottom of my box, hitting the bottom like that. Not over, but nice and flush with the bottom and nice and even on this side as well as this side. And y'all, when it is, we just go in and we work the stick. Just getting it nice and stuck. And so now we can take our notepads and just put them in like this. Beautiful. Look at how gorgeous this is. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to close it with a Velcro dot. You can use whatever you like, guys. You can use a magnet, you can use crinkle seam binding, you can use elastic, completely up to you. But I have that there. I'm going to take this, put it down, get it nice and stuck. Let's open. Get that nice and stuck. And now it should be able to stand without you holding it. So I'm going to take just a little bit of this and create a pocket here at the top. I don't have to create that pocket. I'm just doing it because I have some scrap left over. So I am going to cut a piece. Oh, let's go with 4.5 inches by 4. And that's going to fit in right there. But I'm going to take my finger blade and just cut at an angle to remove some of that because I like my pockets to be angled. And now I can take this little pocket here and put it right there. Super cute, super easy, but y'all, I love this quilted paper. I love how it looks. So if you do purchase the kit, you're going to get enough to make 2 of these. So you'll be getting the 4 notepads and all of the papers that you need to make 2 of these. I will not be including any embellishments or things like that, but you will get the papers as well as the chipboard. So I just cut out a scrap piece so that you can see how that'll fit in there. Don't worry about it coming out because that's a pretty tight pocket. I wouldn't put a whole lot in here because we need to close it, and it's been designed to be a pretty exact fit. You can see how gorgeous that is. Y'all absolutely love this. So then I'm just going to add a little decorative touch to all of this, y'all. I'm not going to do a whole lot. But I do think that I want to put this down. So I am just going to trim out with my scissors. And I'm using scrap. And as you can see, I'm not doing a whole lot. I'm just doing a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit of this pink and put it right there. And y'all, when I say it's the little things, I really mean it's the little thing. We don't have to try to outdo the project that we've just made. We simply need to enhance it. And then I'm going to take this one that says spring flowers, bring showers. Because as the old saying goes, without rain, we wouldn't have flowers. So beautiful. Fold over. So then I'm just going to take this and I'm going to title my little book, Spring Flowers. Y'all, that's all I'm doing. I'm not doing any more than this. When you're making yours, you're certainly free to dress it up as much as you like, but I'm going to keep mine very simple. Now I'm going to flip over to the back and I am going to take one of my stickers, and I think I'm going to take the one that says Bloom and Grow. And place it right there. Y'all, how stinking cute is this? It's nothing but some little notepads. That's it. And I think on my notepads, I can actually add a little something now that I take them out. Let's see where I can put a little something on there and dress that up just a little bit. Doesn't have to be a whole lot, just a little tiny something. Let's put that one right there. So you can see that I kept everything very simple, but y'all, this is very elegant, very upscale. Anyone would be proud to get this as a gift, and if I was shopping a craft fair, something like this would most definitely catch my eye. So I hope that you have enjoyed this super awesome way that we can take a couple of 4x6 notepads and turn them into this beautiful work of art. If you have enjoyed this video, and I certainly hope that you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, all day, every day, this is what we do, and this is how we do it. And I would love to have you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you will know when I upload a new video. As always, my beautiful, crafty friends, please be safe, be kind, and be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.